Welcome, everybody. Welcome. Yay. I am back. And as you can see, I have a tail. I am Monster to Mermaid. This is Minecolonies modded Minecraft. And I'm outside in the frozen, as you can see, it's snowing, in the glacial seas. And this is where the city of Arnaaluk is underwater. Why am I on the surface? Because I am standing on top of one of the apartment buildings that is the last apartment building to be built. And the water on this apartment building that is added to the style build of this, it's supposed to be built underwater, and all of my apartment buildings are right at the surface. So one block above the surface where there's still water has to be removed. And I've got a sponge on me. I'm going to change my view. And I'm going to just start out talking about something. So I've been having a problem most of the summer. And let me look at E so I can see while I'm talking. I've been having a problem most of the summer with the fact that I had outstripped or I was way beyond the capacity of my 16 gig. Ooh, now there's water pouring in. Hold on. Don't. Uh-oh, did I mess stuff up? I hope not. One of the guys is out of bed in that one there. I hope I didn't take up the rug or something. Is the water gone? Oop, I'm going to have to go down and make sure I didn't put water in that place. While I was talking, I was being careless. Let me find an inn. Here's an inn here. Where is that? That should be the Sika Apartments. So I have to get under the ice to get in. And so let's come over here and let me see Forever Space. Yay! Mr. Villager! Yay! Hi guys, it's so wonderful to see you all. My eyesight is messed up by being underwater, so it'll take me a minute to not have siren sight. So let me see. Come on, siren sight, go away. There we go. So let me come down here. Hi everyone! How wonderful to see you. I think I just broke a window in the B apartment, one of the skylight windows up here, and I just want to make sure there's no water in the apartment still. It wasn't this one. It was one that had, they're standing up because I just got into the game, and the first night into the game, let me rescue them. The first night into the game, they want to, they're disorganized. So I'm going to sleep, plus it's raining. You've been in the hospital for a long time and couldn't really watch the stream because you were in constant watch and stuff. They were watching you for cystic fibrosis. Runs in your family and you missed. Aww. Well, I'm so glad you are here today. How are you feeling? I'm doing fine. How are you doing? How's everything with you now? I know they're watching you, so I hope that things are okay. Let me see if that was the D apartment that I was in. I definitely wasn't in this apartment. This is Ryan and Logan's apartment here. So let's come here. Forever Space, I'm glad to see you. Very glad to see you. And let's come here and see if it was this apartment that I broke the glass in. I'll come up here and look, and it wasn't this. There are no beds here. All right, so it wasn't this apartment. Wait, that means, wait. 4 people live here. How can there be no beds? Wait, hold on. I'll have an answer to that question in just a minute. Is she working on this? Build options, no. Did I take the beds out and not put them back? That's very unlike me. Look, there's not a single bed in this place. Whoa! Oh, hold on. Let's see. Yes, Mr. Villager, I'm doing okay. How are you doing? How are you doing at the beginning of your spring? Spring has started for you, hasn't it? And it's just been an issue? Okay. That is Vincentius Primus sitting behind me at another screen. Oh, good. I'm glad. Forever space. Just constant inhaler and breathing issues. Ah, okay. All right. That's hard. That definitely is. So you have to be careful. Let me see here. Something just dinged somewhere. All right, let's put some beds in here. Judging from this, I'm going to have a problem. I don't usually take the beds out and not put anything back, but every once in a while I definitely do that. This is the D apartment, and let's come here, let's get the build tool, and let's look at D for a second. Can I figure this puzzle out? This is Aquatica. AQU, and there's Aquatica coming up. And let's look at fundamentals, residences, and this is the D apartment, level 5. So see those trees? That's downstairs. So let's move this down until we have these trees right here. And those trees should be up against this wall right here. And let me see how far back I have to go for them to still be in the room. That looks like they're up against the wall. Bang! They are. So this is where and that chest is in the right place. The windows are all in the right place. And those are the trees I just removed. So I need a bed here and here and 3 beds here. 3 people live here, so we're going to get handcrafted beds and some polar cold with just a touch of eventual help. Everything is good, okay. Oh, the extremes, huh? So you're either having polar or equator where you are, Mr. Villager. I completely understand. We're having sort of mild because we're between summer and winter, and this is fall, but it's not really fall here yet. So we're having sort of like a softer summer for a little bit of time in the Midwest of the United States, where I am at this moment. And let's look here and see and what I'm doing. Let me see here. Oh, I need beds. Let's go to handcrafted. And this is handcrafted right here. And let's look at the beds from handcrafted. We haven't done anything. What can we do? Just fancy birch, cherry, crimson, dark oak, jungle. I haven't done a lot of warped. So when I say I haven't done a lot of warp, that means that I have so much warped, I don't know what to do, but we'll put one there and one here. This is 3 people living here, so I'm going to put another one here. I'm going to put one here and one here so that I know where they go. And then we'll have to replace those with, if we want, replace them with something. There are the 5 beds that are supposed to be here. So now we can go here and exit. Exit. And so now they have beds to sleep in. I'm more than likely not going to have this bed right here. So what I want to do is, do I have any up here? I have this. Let's use this for a minute. We're just going to show how we're going to put a wall in right here. And on this side of the wall is going to be this set of beds here, which will eventually be a double bed. Okay. And let's come here and let's put this here for a minute. And why don't we put one right here? Put two here, and then that's all we can put. So that's interesting. Of course, we're not going to put non-solids. Let me go to mine for a minute, and let's go here to the backpack, and let's get this color. And we're going to trade these out for this. So trade that for that. 2 and 1. Oops, 1 there. And take that one out. And I think that's going to be fine. Okay. And so, okay. And so this bed is not going to be a bed. We're going to have, since we're using that, let's use cyan wool. And we'll go to cyan wool. 2, 3. Let's get, what don't I need here? I don't need you. You're in the room. You're in the room. You're my sponge. Let's put you here. Let's get a cutter. Cutter. C-U-T-T-E-R, so we can make a cutter, so we can make a footstool for that. So let's come here and let's get this. We're going to make a footstool, and we have to make a stair. You can't make stairs in wool unless you have a mod, and the mod we have for doing that is Domum Ornamentum. Where did you go? Here you are. And so we can put this here as a bed and this here. So technically there's a bed in that location, but they won't sleep on it. They will sleep on these two. And I think I'm okay with that for right now. What I want to do here is put in a wall section, oops, right here, to give them a little bit of privacy from the elevator. So let's take that one, and then let's take this piece to here. Can they get by? Yes, they can. Put this piece up 3, no, put this piece up to here, and then take these two. I realized, Mr. Villager, when I was doing something, that is very silly. But I hear you. I definitely do. I hear what you're saying. Oh my gosh. And then we can take the white see-through ones and put here. Oops, put here. That should be see-through ones. Yes, it is. Like this. And that'll be fine. Let me see what that looks like. So that looks like that. But that would mean that this one here should be see-through ones too. So let's put see-through ones right here. These are see-through. Okay. So they have some privacy in this bedroom, but it comes like that. And I think I'm going to leave that for a minute. And this is eventually going to be the master bedroom, but for now is this way. Now this would be interesting. I haven't used these, and I don't like it. We're just going to go ahead and use these to stop the leaking. We have leaking in here. People are going to come up and go to bed, and we'll be happy when they do. Do I have anyone yet? Not yet. It is sunset, so people will come up and go to bed here. I've got 2 stairs leaking. I think this stair is leaking. This entire stair system is leaking right here. Let me try putting a sponge in and see, but I have a feeling this is the ocean. And if I put a sponge here, it might make a difference, it might not. Let's see if it still leaks now. Ooh, okay, cool. What is that? I think it's squid. Look, the moon out there. You can see the moon. Look at over the glaciers. Wow. Just reminded Minecraft Live is today. Am I going to watch it? Ah, is it on YouTube, Minecraft Live? Vincentius. Mr. Villager is saying that Minecraft itself is going to start streaming. And I'm talking about Minecraft Live starting today. That's curious. It is. All right, so this is okay. Why aren't these people here? They are here. They're here. Why are you sleeping there? Handcrafted beds work. So whatever the reason, they're not sleeping. Let's recall them for a second. How many people are here? Hannah, Zaria, Cadence. There are 4 people here, so we did need the 4 beds. And this is just one of the places where the women are all roommating together. We don't quite have enough stuff here. Yeah, I definitely want this bed over here. We can put a closet in this corner. Let me put on a light. I now have shaders back to the point that I can have a light in my hand. 9. And there it is. And I have a light in my hand. And so I can see in here and see that this is leaking also. So why don't we fix this for a second? All of this part is leaking right here. And we have those. Let's sponge this again and see if I can make this. Oh, it stopped. Yay, okay. Did anyone come up and go to bed? No, they're not going to go to bed this time. I must have put the beds in too soon. Can't wait for them to launch the new racks. It's in the next hour. Oh, okay. Well, that's pretty interesting that they're going to start in the next hour. So yeah, I totally understand if people want to go over there and see what's going on with them. No worries at all. And because I'm just doing this thing that I do all the time. And you can tell me when you come back from it what it was like. All right, I'm taking away Mubian's plants in the Aquatica apartment buildings here. We're going to put in a kitchen someplace, and I'll have to see where. Normally we put the kitchen right here. There is enough room to push out the window and put in a kitchen, and that will be interesting. And why they did not go to bed, I don't know. Let me see if the others went to bed. Okay, who's here? Braden, Edison, and Gray are in this apartment. And just to show, let's look and see. So they're using normal beds in here. And they're all sleeping in the same bedroom. Interesting. Except for you two. Okay, I'm going to take the baby bed out of this room and just put a couch in here when they get up, so that 2 people share this room and 2 people share this room. And maybe I'll take, no, I'll make this a single bed. These are single guys in here who are living in here, sharing this apartment. And right now, that's fine with me. Can I put something here? Let's just put a lamp, not a lantern. I have some floor lamps that I can put in here. Paladin has some lamps, but Mr. Crayfish has ones. Lighted beds are not working anymore. I don't think that's it. I think I put them in too late, and that's causing them not to work. Let's take this lamp for a minute. I don't need you. Don't need you. And let's put a lamp in this corner right here. Can I? 1, 2, you're in the way. You're in the way. 1, 2. Okay, and that lamp is on now. Let's take this off the wall. We'll use some other kind of decoration on this wall, but for right now we're going to put that lamp there. Although, should we bring it up one more? Let's try bringing it up one more. What does it look like? If it's up there like that, it's kind of weird. But let's do that. Let's close those off. Now see that dripping? So let me see if I take a sponge and go like that and take it away and put this back in, will it stop? This way. There we go. That might stop it from dripping, it might not. All right, so there is icons for when they're idle. Yes, they do now have icons. They have icons for when they're sleeping, so you can see the sleeping icon there. There's always kind of been an icon, but I like the new ones. And then they also have icons for when they're not working, when they're taking time off is what I call it. This is too big. I always take those away. We'll leave the blackboard up there for now. I have to come back and do furniture in here. Let's look and see what I don't need. I do need this. I think I need this. I might not, so I'm going to hold on to it for a minute. I always need these. We can put a cutter here and the sponge, of course, and we'll just hold on to them. The lamp and the bed we can put away for right now. Okay. It is sunrise. In a minute, everyone's going to get up and go to work. We're in the second maker's area. This is actually the Enchanted Woods apartment building. Enchanted Woods Apartments right here. And I don't have any indications. This is the builder in the Enchanted Woods apartment area. And so that's why these enchanted wood trees are here for this apartment building. There used to be flowers. I think they got washed away in this section here, so I'm going to put them back. And other than that, we don't usually have anything in the apartment area itself, the hallway. We usually just have it in the entrance. And so I'm waiting for them to go to work, which will be in an hour. Sunrise, some of the people get up, but the restaurant owners, we can see some druids traveling in some hallways across the way there. We saw some druids in that hallway. We can see in one of the other apartment buildings, which apartment is that? I think that's the Azalea Apartments over there. The Azalea Apartment building. And right here, this is one of the ore smelteries. This is the outside of the ore smeltery. And if we stand up here, we can see the magma bed on which this smeltery is based. See down there is the magma bed. That's where the power is coming from to smelt the ores. That's the way Underwater Base makes their smeltery, their underwater smeltery. It's breakfast time, so everyone is hungry. Gray has started baking right away, even though he's hungry, and he's saying,
right away, mate.
There's not enough variety. What's wrong with Raquel? She's not getting enough
So,
food.
what'll it be for you?
Uh-oh, and she's sitting down, which means she doesn't have any food left. There's tacos here, and apparently they don't want them. There's quiche here, they don't want that. There's tea, what do they want? Let's look here. So this is the new thing. They want congee. They are doing stuffed pitas. Was that tacos or stuffed pitas? They're not eating tacos at all. And the stuffed pitas and the congee is gone. What's she eating? She's eating the last of the quiche. So she might serve quiche to the others. There is some quiche here. She might have some. Let's see what she
What's
has
it
on
today,
her. She has some borscht still left. She has enough quiche here probably for them. And she has some stuffed pitas, and that's what they're eating. So she will probably feed everybody. See, they're getting quiche and borscht for breakfast. And now she's going to feed Cadence. Who's she feeding over here? She's feeding Raphael. And Raphael's leaving. Danielle is leaving. Actually, Danielle is going to get a lunch. And it looks like Gray got something because he's not unhappy anymore. And that's how the restaurant works. So let's go back here and see what I can do about these beds in D. We were in the D apartment building here. I think that's where we were. We were either in D or A. We were in D. This is the new wall we put in. And they do need 4 beds. And I'm going to say that those beds are going to work as soon as, since this is a new day. So I think it needs a new day and a new night. This is where I need to be. And let's fix this now. I don't like this. So we're going to put this in right here. Kind of put it here and put it across. There we go. And for now, I'm going to take this out again. We're not going to have the stone design that Mubian has for these apartments. We're going to take it out of this apartment. And let's come up here. So what I really want to do is get rid of that bed and take, this bed is fine where it is. Blue, if we do we have anything decided here? We don't have anything decided in these rooms yet. Now, I don't know whether they'll use the Paladin beds. I think Paladin is the beds that they won't use. Let's see if... I don't think they can use the Paladins. I know they can use the handcrafted, so we'll try them here and see. They used to be able to use handcrafted, so we'll see if something's changed. I don't think so. Let's just do regular dark oak in this one. We can actually spruce. Let's use spruce. Isn't that cool that that stayed there where it was? That's dark oak. Crimson oak, spruce right here. Let's put spruce here. So 2 people are here, and then 2 people are here. And these are white. Let's come in here. I don't want red beds. So we're going to take the beds out and put them in again. So let's put the top bed in. Let's say they can't use handcrafted, but we can check. Let's try it and see if they can use handcrafted. And let's put this at the back here where it was. Let's put one here and one here for that bed and see what happens with those. Let's remove this. These are spruce. Let's put in spruce book. Spruce book. Let's use stripped spruce. This is stripped oak. This is stripped jungle. This is stripped spruce. Stripped spruce drawer lamp. Let's do just white lamp for now. My favorite lamps, Valhalsia's lamps, still work with macaws, even though they have feet on them. Valhalsia's lamps still work with that. Is it on? Turn it off. Since I put that there, do I want to, let's remove this one and let's put Let's remove this, and let's put the bed right here and here. That takes care of that. And right here and here. Yeah, I'll probably take all this out. Like I said, this is Mubian's version, Mubian's design. What do I want to put here? Let's put terracotta. Let's put just cyan terracotta in that space where there isn't anything right here. Put cyan terracotta in here. And here. And that takes care of that. Here. 2, 1, 2. All right. I'm not changing the doors right now. Just changing these pieces. That trader is on the surface of the water. Mm-hmm. And apparently right above us. So we came down here because I thought I opened up an apartment, and I thought there was leaking going on in that apartment, but I don't see it. 1, 2, I don't need these. The terracotta I don't need. This terracotta I don't need. What do I have here? I have that. I don't need any of that right at the moment, but I'm going to hold on to it for a minute. Dun, dun, dun. So let's go down here and go outside, and let's take the rest of the water off of that building. So I'm going to turn into a mirror. Let's come up here and let's see what building that is. It's this one. And sure enough, there he is. So let's take some of the water off the building. You have to find all the sources. Take the sources away. And ice formed from that water that was too high. So we'll take the ice away from those areas. And there's still water here, it's too high. So there's a source here still that's making this come up too high. Let's take these away. And let's bring the water down in this area. And in this area here. There we go. And so let me explain, if you're still here, a little of what happened. So during the summer, just before we came west, young man, because we were on the East Coast helping my sister, just before we came west, I decided that I was going to make a place on land, another mine colony on land in the same instance as Arnaaluk. And it was an experiment to see if I could do it, and I could. And it was such a wonderful thing to discover that I could actually have a second city in the same instance for a little while. And then slowly but surely, the second city began to cause problems where I didn't have enough memory or enough computer power, whatever the other thing is. So I only had 16 gigs. It's nighttime, which is why he's going away. Let's look here. Down here, I see people sleeping here. Dun, 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 dun. There are people sleeping in these beds, and these are regular beds. Let's look in one of the other apartments. Now, see the people in these beds? These are handcrafted beds, and they're sleeping in the handcrafted beds in that bedroom. So handcrafted beds still work. And so there we go. So that building hadn't been fixed. This building is being worked on. This is the new industrial Aquatica flower shop. So it's a workshop for flower for the flowers, and it's being worked on now, so there isn't anything I can do about the water there. I have to wait until it's done to take the water off the top. Now I have this one. I think this is now the last of the surface apartment buildings that hasn't been done. But if you remember, over this last couple of weeks, there hasn't been, you're quite unupdated, it seems. So 3 days ago, the 21st, wow, 7 days ago now? 6 days ago on the 21st, Minecolonies added a new hut block. They added a new hut block called Gatehouse. And Gatehouse is now the hut block that will be used to connect colonies to each other. And it is the beginning of, they don't have trade yet. It will be the beginning of them having trade and things like that in the world, in Minecolonies. So let me see, there's a source there. I'm going to try and get these sources to go away. There shouldn't be any water this high up. So I'm trying to find the source for some of these waters. I'm standing on the ice, and see, this water's higher. That's what I'm trying to get to go away. If I can find the sources, then I can keep it away for good. Okay, that one's fine. There's another source here. And there we go. So now the water is back to its normal height. And this ship is actually almost out of water. Just like this ship is almost out of water here. This ship is on top of the water, getting things from here. Yes, and so what's happened is the new gatehouse, and I can show you what one of them looks like. I think we can go to Shire and see that one without it messing up anything. There's a glitch in the style colonies because of the gatehouse, but I think I can look at the Shire gatehouse. S-H-I-R-E, not Shire Editions, Shire. And let's go to, you go to military and see it says Gatehouse. This is a new thing. Houses 2 guards to defend the colony and allows connecting to other colonies. And so you can look at it. This is a level, it's a decoration, and the level 3 of the gatehouse for Shire style looks like this. And one of the things that's consistent in the gatehouse, of course, is the gatehouse block, hut block. And this is what it looks like. It's a hut block that shows a sword, it shows a book, and it shows a bell, as well as some kind of light there. And when you build this, you can actually click on this and add these signs. There are signs that you'll be able to add that connect one gate to another gate. So if I put a gate somewhere where this colony can see it, then I can put another gate in Arnaaluk, and technically they could walk across. And when it didn't come through, I thought I was streaming Thursday. Yeah, I thought I was streaming Thursday and it didn't stream. But Thursday I was showing how from where I am right now, from this area here, I could put in a tunnel, actually from here. See this? See how close this one? See where the border is? The blue border line is right there. And see this apartment building right here and this building right here. So in this area right here, I could actually put a tunnel that goes to this coastline, or to this coastline, whichever one's closer, have them walk through the woods on this side of the river, thereby avoiding this is barbarians. So the illagers were washed away that used to be here for this dungeon, this castle. And barbarians moved in, the skeletons hired barbarians to move in and take the place of the illagers who used to be here. So there are barbarians right here. But on this side of the river, there isn't anything. So if we came through, oops, no, cancel. If we came through on this side of the river, on the upper side of the river, and went all the way over like this, you can see it's practically a straight line to the city, to Petit Arnaaluk. So we could actually have a walking path, some kind of way that they can walk their way to Petit Arnaaluk, not just take a balloon, because they technically can't take a balloon. But they can, they will be able to walk there. Now, we decided to use this one, and what this would mean, and let me X. So the place I was talking about is, where am I? Don't go anywhere. Okay, the place I'm talking about where we can see the land right there. See, there's land right there, right at this corner. And this is an apartment building. That looks like an apartment building. So we could either have one come out of this apartment building and go straight across, which I don't want. Right here, right underneath here, is the Sika Apartments guard tower. And that's this location right here. See this? This is the hallway. The apartment building's over here, and chicken farm, I think, is over here. This is a chicken farm here. Yes, it is. So they could actually come through this hallway to this guard tower here. And yes, absolutely, this guard tower here, and I could have them take a tunnel over to First Land, the first land that they can reach, which is right here. So right on this land piece right here, this land piece goes over and it goes straight across, and see, it's on this side of the river. You can see the river where the trees are. There's the river right there. And we would actually be having the people walk along this side of the river. See that right there? You can see there's a dam here, by the way. The river is actually dammed right here by the skeletons, I think. See that dungeon right there? And so this side of the river is safe. The other side of the river belongs to the skeletons, and they can go along this side of the river here, and we can have them pass all the way through, and then probably about right here we want to make a bridge across. Remember when we went to look at that monument there? Yeah, when we went to look at that monument, and we saw that it was a leftover piece. So let me look at the map and see where I am for a second. So see on the map, let me look at the map and find me. I've lost me on the map. Let's look. So I was following this river right here. And how far did I go? Did I go too far away? I'm not here. Oh, there I am. I'm up too far. That's what's going on. Okay, so I'm right here. So see, all I have to do is go straight across through this part, although the lava's right there. So just follow this over and we'll get to this part of the city, which is the pasture, is right there. So they'd be coming up in the area of the grotto. No more illagers on the range. Yeah, another, yes, the illagers are gone. in this part of the world, the ice tsunami, the tsunami from the earthquake, actually wiped them out. And when the skeletons came back, barbarian back to the locations where illagers used to be, which is fine with us. Yeah, rather have barbarians than illagers any day. Okay, so that would be the path that we're going to take, and we are standing right here. Let's go back to here, teleport to here for a second. And so you see all these moves that I've made. About 3 days ago, I couldn't do any of this without having huge lag and ending up having to restart the game. And so the new computer is 30 something and something, so it's much bigger. Much bigger than the old one, and I've been stress testing it like what I'm doing now, teleporting and doing stuff, and it seems to be holding its own. Makes you feel bad for them very slightly, yeah, that they're gone. They did not survive the cold and the destruction of the black ice. It's possible that in some other areas they might still exist, but in this northern glacial area, the frozen ocean area, they are gone from the land. And yes, so what I was showing was the Shire one, and the unique thing about the Shire one is, am I going to have to build a guard tower to get to this, or is, oh, I might not be able to build this outside. I might have to have a second guard tower come out. Oh, here's the other one that hasn't been done yet. This is the other new building that hasn't had the water taken off yet. Would it be better to have a new guard tower right here? That means they would come through this apartment building. I don't want them to. I'd rather extend the guard tower here and have a second. So this is the reception area for the Sika apartments. And you can see some Sika trees in the entrance there. To settle a gatehouse. I am planning actually to put a gatehouse in, specifically so that Arnaaluk the people of Arnaaluk can cross over to Piti-Hamalaluk if I request them to, and I don't know how that's going to work yet. It's supposed to be that you can send armies to help with raids and things like that. It's supposed to be for future trading. How that's going to work, that isn't there yet. So the only thing that's there now is that you can walk over and setting up this walkway area. So I wanted to see if it was possible for an underwater city to use one of these houses. And thank you, John, Shire, because I'll show you it again. Let's go to the Shire pack and look what it looks like. Not Shire Edition, Shire proper. And let's go to military, let's go to the gatehouse. So see the way the gatehouse is made? So a portion of the gatehouse is above ground, but the gate is underground. The gate is technically can be underground. See how this is? So if we put this gatehouse right here, and depending on where we put, see, we're going to be coming from there. So I think the gatehouse has to be facing this way in order to make it. Shire is available. Fortress, let me see how many there are. I know now how you can find them. Am I going to remember it? If you click on Gatehouse, let's come here and let's see if it'll work. If you click here, will it show the other gatehouses? I don't know that it will. There's something missing. Let me go to Discord for a second. Do I have my phone handy? Someone was just saying how you do it. And if I can find it right quick, it'll be the easiest way to find how many gatehouses there are. Discord is where I'm going? Sure. Let's find Discord. There it is. There it is. Let's look at conversations. Go away. X. It wants to show me all sorts of stuff. Let's go to Minecolonies. To questions, I think it was. Was it questions? Let's come up here and see. Someone actually said, let's see if I can find it. If I can't find it, I'll have to look. I'll just look if I can't find it right quick, because I thought it was cool that someone mentioned it. And that's, it's going to find me too long to look through the messages to find it. So one of the ones that I know has a gatehouse besides Shire is Fortress. Fortress has a gatehouse. Military. And there's the gatehouse for Fortress. And you can see it here. That's what the level 1 looks like. And the level 3 is made to hook up against something. But I believe, has this actually changed since I looked at it? This looks like it's the inside, and this is the entrance. And what they've done, I can't tell, aren't these usually on the inside of the building? No, they're on the outside. So if there are trees and stuff in this area, it won't take the trees and stuff away. See how high up this is? So it won't take that stuff away. They didn't bring this up high enough, so the trees might lose their foliage in here, but everything else in this area will still be here. And then you walk in, and this is the gate, and there's the book and the traditional rail for it, and then this is the gate into the city. And so that's what the Fortress Gatehouse looks like. So Shire and Fortress have them, and there's one more, I think. Switch. Let's look at IG, and let's look here, select, and let's go to military, and it has a gatehouse. And this is the gatehouse for OG, and I can't tell which one is front and back. There we can. So this is the front. You can see the gate is closed on the front of the gatehouse there. And then the book is right in here. Now, one of the things that these gatehouses have is 2 beds for the 2 guards that are assigned to this gatehouse, which is really interesting. But they do have that. Another level 3. So these are decoration levels. They didn't make them build levels, and which is really nice because they should be the same levels as roads, because it deals with roads. It's technically part of the road, that you're adding to. And so in that respect, having them be roads is better. What Mubian did in Aquatica was he made roads builds. And it means that when you have a level 5 road, you have to wait for a level 5 road to do anything to the road, which doesn't make any sense. If it's level 3, then at least you can make changes to the roads because they're finished at level 3. You can't do that with Aquatica because they have to be level 5. And so I'm glad that the gatehouses are level 3s as well because of that. And so this is original, and I believe that they're the only ones. I think I looked at tropical, but let me look again. Yeah, I did. They don't have switchback. I was thinking that now there's a glitch with Cavern going on now, so I cannot go to Cavern and look. Dark Dust doesn't have one. When I get down into the Minecolonies ones, I think I looked at the tree houses and they don't. But let's put this down and let's go to Jungle Treehouse Military. Yahoo! There's a gatehouse for Jungle Treehouse. This is cool. Yay! And there you go. So see how they're doing where they're making the gatehouse be up and go down to the ground. This is going to be perfect for Petit Arnaaluk, who's up in the hills, and they'll be able to get down to the ground using the gatehouse. We can get to the gatehouse by putting stairs down to the gatehouse from where it doesn't come all the way up the hill. But this is excellent. Excellent. And that's for jungle. Let's look at switch to, wait, I have to make it go away. This is a new thing that I have to X this before I can go to another pack. Switch that and go to Dark Oak. Let's see if Dark Oak has one. Dark Oak Treehouse. It might not, and it does not. So that's the only treehouse one so far. Let's X that and go to urban, BAN, because that's Ray's. See if it has a chance to do that one. And let's go to military, and it has a gatehouse. Yahoo! Excellent. So there is the level 1 for urban birch. And ta-da! And there is the urban birch gatehouse. This is the outside of it, and this is the part of it that faces the city, is this part right here. And does the guards are they standard guards, knights, druids, and archers? Yes. And it's going to be the new thing about druids where you cannot assign a druid to anything but a barracks. So you're only going to be able to have knights and archers at these at these gatehouses, not barracks, gatehouses. Druids can only be assigned to a barracks block. And so yeah, you shouldn't have any problem. They haven't said anything about needing any special knights or anything like that. And you shouldn't need that anyway. And so that is urban birch, which means Savannah might have it. Let's X and let's switch to Savannah and see. SAV, because that's John. And I'm thinking about the people who are pretty, yes. And sure enough, Savannah has a gatehouse. John and Ray, I think, have been working a lot on this. And so that's why their designs have it first. And this is a level 1 or a level 3. This is the level 1. The level 3 looks like this. And the gate, interesting. So this is the inside of the gate. You can see because the book is right here. And then you can go out of the gate and there's a lock. Ooh, fascinating. That makes for a canal, I think. And then you can cross here. Because urban savanna, I think, can have canals. I think they can. That's what that looks like it's for a canal. It'll be interesting. Although, look at this door. That's a door. So that's not a canal. Oh, I didn't realize that urban savanna had underground fighters. Those are trenches. Yeah. Yeah, those are trenches. Those are trenches. I thought it was a canal, but no. That is a trench. So they have trenches around the city, and those are them. But this is to walk through the city. Notice this doubled gate for walking through the city. That's going to slow down creatures and barbarians and pirates and things like that. So that's pretty cool. So that is a decent amount of gatehouses that have been added. Hold a minute. Yeah? What? Hold on. Let's see what Mr. Villager has just realized. Yeah, so this is the outside. And new Dio framed blocks. Yes, there are new Dio framed blocks. See what this block is doing? Nice of you to notice. Nice eye, Mr. Villager. Yes, there is a part of the Domum Ornamentum blocks that now will connect. So you can have blocks. So for instance, you see how these blocks are all in a line, but across the top it connected them. This is a new version. Attachable. Yes, that is the correct word. And says the person who is English is the second language. That says the one who, I can't even speak Portuguese that well. But yes, you are correct, Mr. Villager. That's exactly what you were talking about some days ago. Cool. Good for you. I might have missed that. If you were watching me and you said something about it, I might have missed that was there. But the new builds, this is a brand new build. The new builds take advantage of those kinds of... Yes, indeed. We'll take advantage of the new Domum Ornamentum pieces. And thank you, Mr. Villager, for noticing that, because yes, indeed, Domum Ornamentum has connected blocks now. And so you can connect. So see how those are connected there on this house. And of course, this is urban, what did I say? Is this Savannah? And so John Ryer, who is the designer of Savannah, is absolutely using those blocks. And so there we have it. I like this, using these in this, I think that's concrete, using the concrete blocks like that. I like that. You predicted it. Da, 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 da. No, you're good. You're good. You are indeed. You're good at that. So for those of you who are interested, and for those of you who are watching, this is these gatehouses are usable now, and it's just a matter of connecting them to your city and connecting them to another city. New panel designs. Exactly. And so all of those things will help. This is on the inside of this building that they have these ladders that go up to these guard point areas here. And these guard point areas are the kind where you can put in for them to guard a certain position, and they'll guard it. And framed, crossed windows. And there's another thing too that you can do. There's also a new type of window block. There it is. Those ones right there. See those? And Mr. Villager saw them, but those are framed windows, which is brilliant. And you can see that they're actually, this is Domum Ornamentum. This is not any other mod. This is actually Domum, which is Minecolonies team's sister mod. Domum Ornamentum and Structurize and Style Colonies are all Minecolonies sister mods. And yeah, isn't that freaking cool? And that, thank you, is what's giving Brazil. They're working in Twitch right now. When you go to Minecolonies team in Twitch, you can watch them build the new Brazil design style. There's going to be a new style in Brazil, and that style uses a lot of the new pieces that Domum Ornamentum can use as a way. And yeah, it's super cool. So that's Urban Birch Savannah using that. We saw that Urban Birch has it too. Thaler hasn't done anything with his. Matlam and McSassa probably haven't done anything. They probably didn't get any notice. It's one of those things that they should notify all of the designers that they're changing things, but I don't think that happens in a concerted way, in an organized way. If the designers happen to notice, or if someone informs the designers, a lot of designers will then, update. But Thaler hasn't updated yet. And Littleton would be a perfect example to go to, but we have to X first and then come down. This is one of Thaler's latest packs. And when we go to military, it does not have a gatehouse. Matlam and McSassa's 2 don't have a gatehouse yet. X. And a couple others. You're not going to find it. I think Steampunk actually does have one. I think Mubian, someone in the Steampunk group, has worked on one. But I am wrong. There is not one there yet. So there's not one in Steampunk, and that seems to be consistent, that if John or Ray is involved, they've been updated. If not, they haven't been updated yet, and it'll take a little bit of time for the other style designers to come back in and do something. Let's look at Nordic. John's a part of that. And let's look, and sure enough, there's a gatehouse for Nordic. And John loves doing this kind of stuff, so that's why it's not like a chore for him. He loves doing it, so he does it right away. This is a level 1 gatehouse in Nordic. A level 3 gatehouse looks like this. So that's the side of the building. You can see the guard stairs coming that way and down, so that means that this is the front. This is the part that's outside the city, and you go through the gate, and then you go into here, and this is customs, and then you go through here, and you're in the city. And so that is the kind. And notice this one also has it, where it has the bed upstairs for 2 guards to be up here, and which is pretty cool. In medieval, that's what I'm looking. This Nordic spruce is probably the closest. I don't think any of the medievals do. Oops, I have to get into the habit of doing this because that's new. Let's look at medieval anything. Let's look at medieval oak. They're all Carl Ansor, and that's the reason why I think they might not. But we can look and check, and they do not, because Carl Ansor is the one who did medieval, and so a lot of medieval hasn't updated yet. I'm not even sure. Let's go back to medieval for a minute, DIE. Let's go back to medieval oak, where we were, let's say, and let's go to infrastructure. And let's go to crafts, and let's go to luxury. They do finally have a cookery. They have a cookery attached. So they're not that far behind. They at least have a cookery. And so since they have the cookery, that means that they more than likely will have a gatehouse pretty quickly. Let me look at Thaler's. Let me look at a couple of Thaler's places and see. Littleton. Thaler has Pagoda and Littleton. And if we switch, let's switch to Littleton, really, and see if there's a cookery, first of all. In luxury, there is. Yay, team! This is a cookery from Thaler. Excellent, a level 5 cookery. And that's what it looks like. This is Littleton's cookery. This is new. And so since he has got a cookery here, he's going to have a gatehouse really quickly. So let's go to military. He doesn't have it yet, but he's probably working on one. Yeah, Pagoda, Littleton, and Sandyton are the 3. Sandyton's later. Let me look at Sandyton for a minute and see, because he's still working on Sandyton. So let me select that. Let's go to here. Nothing there. Let's go to luxury. And there isn't a cookery yet in Sandyton, except, let me do something for a second. X. I didn't X properly. Let's switch. Let's go back and do Sandyton again. SANDY. And let's go to here. Let's go to fundamentals. It's not there. Go to craftsman, go to luxury. Yep, he doesn't have one. So military, he's not going to have a gatehouse. He doesn't have any gatehouses yet. I'm amazed that Littleton has it. Let's X out. Let's go to Pagoda. Switch packs, go to Pagoda, Pagoda. Pagoda's very popular, so it would seem like he would try with Pagoda first. Let's look at luxury. Pagoda has a cookery. Excellent. Excellent. Dun, 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 dun. And that's what the level 5 of the cookery looks like. You can see they can pull up to the counter there, but this is actually where the chefs cook food for restaurants. And so that is there. And then let's come to the military. And oh my gosh, he is working on it. Look at this. Pagoda already has a gatehouse. Freaking excellent. Excellent. So this is the level 1 of the gatehouse. And this is coming through the front door. This is coming into the city right here. And this is on the city side. It looks like this. And let's turn to level 3. Wow, nice. Nicely done, nicely done, nicely done. Ooh, I like that. So this is where you enter the city. So you pass through the gate, and then the guards are right here, and you sign into the book, and you're in the city, and you are done. I love it. Yes, so it does at least give you some cookeries for medieval, and there is not gatehouses yet, but the Pagoda has the gatehouse and cookeries, and that means that Thaler is keeping up with those, which means he'll get to the other ones, the other 3 that he has, pretty good. But yeah, it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. It's nice. And this is keeping with the pagoda style, that they have these flames in front of their entrances. And I like that. And yeah, so what I want to do here is I want to take Shire. I mean, I could wait until Matlam and Mixasa or Aquatica. Let's look at Aquatica for a minute. I don't think they've had enough time. QUAT. I thought I checked. Mubian hasn't done anything. Let me see for a minute. Let's look at crafts, luxury. Yeah, see, there's no cookery. Let me see if he thinks it should be fundamental. because he thinks the bakery should be fundamental, but the cookery is not there. And let's look at military here, and of course there is no gatehouse yet. So Aquatica, Mubian hasn't worked on that yet. And so he is updating Aquatica to a new Aquatica, and maybe he's waiting for that in order to do it. So in the meantime, and we know that Matlam and Mixasa are not actually adding to their designs right now. They do have a design. Let me look at something. I was sure that Cliff Style had a cookery. Cliff's has a cookery, but let's check for a second. Luxury, nope, I'm wrong. Let's look here, and yeah, they don't have a cookery yet. However, Underwater Base does, because one was designed, and it's there because we're using that. We're using it for the cookery. One of the four cookeries, two of the four cookeries we have in Arnaaluk are Underwater Designs, Underwater Bases cookery. And so now we just need for one of these two guys to come up with the Gatehouse, either Matlam and Mixasa or Mubian in Aquatica to come up with it. In the meantime, it just so happens for this that Shire, the Shire one works, because what I can do with it, this is Shire here. Let's go to the Gatehouse in military, the Gatehouse. See how it has this whole underground part here? So what I intend to do is put this underground part in the ground. I'm sure that's meant to be on the surface, but what I'm going to do is put it down like this. And I can put it up one right there. And then that means that the entrance is going to be inside this hill. And then we can take underwater hallways and bring them up to the inside of this right here. We can use underwater hallways to reach to right here where this is. And that's what we would want to do. And what I think I would do, because this is so new and I'm just going to try it out, is I would like to put this in at level 3, which would be like this. So let me raise it up and see where the gate is. So the gate is there. So the land is here. I'm trying to keep them on land, because right on this side I'm going to have to make stairs that come up to the land from this other gate side, and that's what I'm looking at here. We didn't even check level 5 of the medieval cookeries, right? Medieval cookeries? I don't know that medieval has any yet. Hold on for a second. Let me X this for a second, and let's look. Let me look at for medieval cookeries. Let's switch packs. Medieval MED. Let's do medieval regular oak. Let's see, and let's look at luxuries. And we have a cookery, and this is the oak cookery here, and the level 5. I've made this. No, it's kind of like the one in... Did I make one from here, or did I make one from Caledonia? That looks so familiar. That makes me think that I made it already. But no, you went upstairs. There's another one. Let me look at Caledonia for a minute. Let's make this go away. Let's come here and let's go to Caledonia. C-A-L-E. Was it Caledonia that had it? I forgot that Caledonia is Thaler's also. Luxury. And he has a cookery. This is the one that I made. Level 5. No, this one's different too. So it isn't it. I wonder which one I made. I love this. Ooh, I love that one. This is Caledonia having a cookery. Oh my gosh, that's cool looking. That is so cool looking. That is excellent, excellent. And it looks like it looks like it goes upstairs, but it doesn't actually, I don't think. I think that's just the way, yeah, it just has a really tall ceiling. The Caledonian buildings have tall ceilings like that, which reminds me that the live started. Okay, you go ahead. You go right ahead. Excellent, excellent. So we'll probably lose some people to Minecraft Live starting right now. And that's no worries. Since Minecraft Live is going on, I'm not going to do any more of this. I want to, so this is me, Monster to Mermaid, who I am a mob. In my story, I am a member of Ta'ana, the mermaid nation in Minecraft. I beg your pardon. And mermaids have lots of history. They are as old as the witches. They remember when the witches had cities. And whenever I talk about that history, I talk about Crimson Keep, the style Crimson Keep being the closest to what the cities look like for witches in the olden days. And so, yes, their olden days. So that is ancient Minecraft. And so we have relationships with enders, with witches, with skeletons. And skeletons take care of zombies, or young skeletons, zombies are. And creepers are their pets. Spiders are the pets of witches and the like. And the new mobs, the dungeon mobs, have relationships with skeletons. A lot of them are skeletons, like withers in the nether and things like that. Flame, what are those things? Blazes. Blazes are a type of mod too that we have some relationship with. We are as old as they are. And so when I build things, it's not really me. In my story, a team of mermaids comes in and builds something and is gifting it to the city of Arnaaluk because their builder is not going to build it. And I am going to do an experiment with this new thing, this new gatehouse thing. And I would like to build the gatehouse here. I don't think I can. See, it's outside the city. So that's one of the things I want to look at. I might have to put in a guard tower. So there's a guard tower underneath this farm right here, and this is the reception for the Sika Apartments. The Sika Apartments could have another guard tower right here that might stretch this part over, but I would rather add a guard tower here to this guard tower. So this would be a double guard tower area to push this border out so that we can reach the land right here. Right now we can't put anything on that piece of land right there. And let's see what happens if we add an Aquatica guard tower right here. So we could do it one of two ways, and this way might work the best. If we do it this way, so this is the city. Let me go up above the ice for a minute. Let me come back here. I'm going to the town hall for a second. I want to see how many people I have and what I'd be talking about. How much room I have for a whole nother section of the city. And so that's what I'm going to look at. For those of you who are watching this later than Saturday, September 27, 2025, I changed the subject because Minecraft is having its first live right now, and a lot of people are going to be watching that. But I'm making this as a continuation. I'm not interested in what they put on. If it doesn't have Minecolonies, I don't care what Minecraft does. Although Minecraft has changed direction. They are less about fighting and more about adventures now, which is a new thing for them. That they are less about fighting with the new ghast that you can ride and things like that. All of that makes them less about fighting. We're going to come down here into the town hall. This is underwater base town hall level 5, and we're going to go up to the desk and see how many people we have. Now I have to be careful here, like in the university area. I have to be really careful. River, what's the matter? Why are you here, River? River is one of our she's on break. Oh, maybe she was looking at the book to see if there was anything to build. Let's look here. Let's go to information. That just tells us the visitors. Nobody's working on anything. Let's go to citizens. No. Let's go to statistics. We have 164 of 250. I wouldn't go over 250. I'm barely going to go over 200, I think. 64 means we can add 36 more people. 36 people is a lot of people, but it's enough people if I add a new section. So let's go outside of the city for a minute. We have a way out right here. Hi guys, those are couriers. We're going to take this way out and up to the surface again. Can I get up through the ice? Bonk my head. Where's the closest break? Right here. Let's go to this break in the ice here, and let's go up, and let's go up into the air. So, the way the city is laid out, this is the university area over here, and it is not close to land in a way that benefits us. If we look on the map and see where I am right here, and you can see stretching here, land has this big black ice block and this monster dungeon right here. So it doesn't do us any good. It's nowhere near Arnaaluk, so that doesn't do us any good to have a port there. So all the people who work in this area, there's a restaurant, there's a hospital, there are things that they need, and housing, all in this area. That's for the university. This is downtown, where this block of ice is still here. This is downtown. And then we have a makers area over here, and then we have makers over there. Now the makers that are here, this is the visitors shopping center area and makers in this area, and it leads to the northwest area where we have a brand new, okay, so that failed to load is because I moved from one computer to another, and the time machine, what do you call it? The time machine version of this world came over, but every once in a while when I come to the edges of the colony it does weird things, and we've found anomalies in outside the border in these outer areas here. And so the fact that I saw that means that we're going to have anomalies over here. And the anomalies that we had, let's go over here so I can show you some of them. This is the balloon over here, and as a matter of fact, you can see one right here. We are outside of the border. The border is right here, and yet right here, right down here, you can see a piece of a building and a piece of a ship and a piece of ground. And those things are anomalies that have happened because, look at this. Look at this cleared off here in this section. These are from me transferring from one computer to another. What happened was the fortress, the sea fortress, was duplicated and shifted, and so it looks really weird now. Look at this. Isn't that wild? Isn't that freaky? But that's from the anomaly, and we have a piece of ship here and a piece of city right here. And I was concerned at first that druids might want to try and reach these anomalies, but they're outside of the border, so I am hoping, against hope, that that keeps them from trying to get to these. But slowly but surely, I'm going to end up removing all of these. Look at this right here. Look at this. This is a piece of farm that's just out here in the middle of nowhere. And it's really funny. So anyway, getting back to it, this is the main travel center. This is the hotel, the Trees Hotel and Travel Center. And this area here has that was my first, wow. That was actually my first lag. But look how much I've been doing. My first lag, but right in here, we have the balloon that goes to Minecolonies. We have the submarine that is a cruise submarine that goes around to different places, takes people underwater, and it's just like a tourist thing where they can go out. It's very small crew and a very small group of people at a time, and they can go out for a couple days and just see all the underwater things that they can see. It goes beyond the icebergs into the full ocean, that submarine does. Let me come here. So you see out here, you see how big this whole area is here. But you see out here, this is actually water, just plain water, and the submarine goes through these icebergs out to the oceans and then comes back. And it would be cool if it went out to this little artist colony here, and people stayed here overnight and then came back to the city. I like the idea of that. But that is the main one. So we would be talking about adding another way out of the city over here. And so what we would be talking about is right here. Now this is the farm country here, and this is the farm. We should have a farm railroad coming right there. Let me see. There's the hospital. So the farm road ends like right about here. Can I see the farm road? I don't see the hospital one. The one that has, because it's way over here. There it is. So this is the main farm road. So, which means that this is good for putting place here. And then here, this road goes to the new, this is the Azalea Apartments here. And then this is the new dairy right here. Over here we have, I forget what apartment this is over here. I'll have to go look. But this is definitely the Sika apartment right off of here. And underneath here is where we were looking at putting in that other guard tower right here. So if we put an underwater guard tower in right here that extends, I think I'd like to bring this out a little bit and have a hallway here off of the Sika apartment reception area with a different guard tower piece. And so that's what I'm going to work on for a minute. How long have I been on, and when was the last time I took a drink of water? I've been on for an hour and a half. Vincentius Primus, everyone, in the background. And, whoop, wonk. Okay, and so let's come here and see what we can do. Let's go to underwater base. Let's go to infrastructure corridors, glass corridors. Let's get a segment, and there it is, level 3. And let's look at the level 3 segment for a second. And we're going to attach it exactly right here. So I need to make sure that the land is at the same level. It is, and the hut block is facing that way. That means all the hut blocks, I like them to face in the same direction, so we'll face them this way. This is going to be the first piece, and we are constructing it. And X, and there it is. There's a new piece of the city added right to here. Let's move this way. Did that move that out? It did, but not quite enough. It didn't move it really. We need a guard tower to do it. I'm going to bring the guard tower out to practically the border. So let's do it one more time. So let's put in the road, underwater base, infrastructure, corridors, glass, segment, level 3. And let's bring this up. And let's make sure that they're touching each other. And we'll put this here. And there we go. Level 3 in the right position with both of the hut block pieces on the same side. Yes. And let's do this. And let's go here. And let's go constructed. I'm good with this. We now have 2 pieces here. Let's go back in here. I've got a sponge. Let's go to here and let's take the water from here. And then we can come, should I do a third one? I think I can. Let's look at the border. Definitely can. Let's do one more, and we should still have room for an Aquatica. So let's do one more right here. Yes, we might have to put a building and like a hotel or something here for people just coming into the city and stuff, because the hotels are far. We might have to put a taxi station here. That's why I was seeing how many people I could have. With 36 more people, that's more than enough people to add a taxi, a restaurant, a hotel, and some things like that, some shop, maybe something here. So that's what I'm looking at. Let's X this, and that one's there. Let's do one more. Now let me look at this piece of land. See, we're nowhere near the big piece of land that we need. So we do need to go all the way out. So we're going to go one more. And we'll come here, infrastructure, corridors, corridor. I just had a thought. which one should I put there? Should I put one of the underwater base guard towers, because it's one of the ones I need two, believe it or not. I need an underwater base one and a reception one. Corridors, glass, segment, level 3. Move this over this way, move this out to there. There they are. They're connected. And go here. So this is an unusual and strange thing that's going to be here. And let us build, constructed, and that is there. So we're going to have a place where people can walk through. That means that barbarians and stuff can walk through. If this was a city that didn't have a treaty with barbarians and pirates and skeletons and all, they could literally walk through from this land in through this tunnel. So what I would like to put here is two things. I'm going to put a guard tower, and the question is which should come first, the reception area and then the guard tower, and the answer is yes. Okay. So we're going to put a reception area right here. And so let's come here. We're not using underwater base. We're going to use Aquatica. And we'll go to military, to guard tower. And we want, I think this is the guard tower we want. It is indeed. Let's look at something here. I know what's happening. Okay, so let me move this out to the end. So it's still within the build, still within the border, I should say, which is perfection. That it's still within the border. I'm lagging a little bit, but that's because this is insane what I'm doing. And the fact that it's keeping up is pretty amazing. And let's stand here and we're going to line this up. Now we want it to look like this, so that actually we want it to look like this, I think, because let me go back out. I'll show you what I mean. Oh, it's raining. No wonder the lag. Because we're going to have a walkway that goes catty corner or goes straight or curves and goes over to here. But we're going to have a guard tower that goes right here and is right here, where this is. But in a way that's kind of good because it's sort of semi-hidden and yet it's there, so they can't prepare so much for it. Let me see what it would look like. In a way, I think that's okay. And then we'll have this right here. Now, if we want, we can have another guard tower right here, and it would also be able to look at this part of the land. So I'm just trying to, if there was a problem with security, if that dungeon that's on land, and let's show this dungeon that's on land right here. There's a dungeon right here, and it's kind of small on the surface because it got damaged during the tsunami. And this is barbarians here. If they decided that they were not going to honor the treaty, we would definitely need I'm right here and I'm trying to join this piece of land right here. We would need for there to be military available, and druids are defensive, and this is what we want in this section. So right here where we are, see there's a red top right there. That's the only red top in this area. There's another one over there, and where's another red top? And there's a red top right there. Those are guard towers. I think we should actually put in 2 more red tops in this section. And so we will do that. So even though we have peace, And this is one of these things. Yes, we have peace treaties and we are peaceful. We have these druid stations in case of an emergency, and that's what we'll call it. Let's see if we can get the walkways to line up. That walkway lines up. The way we're putting this, the road that goes to the gatehouse is going out this way. We can put another guard tower right here, and then this will be where we'll have some more amenities. We can have the hotel off of here, we can have a restaurant here, and we can do some things. Now the only restaurant in this area is Monroe's Diner, so we can put in another restaurant in this area. There is a cookery kind of nearby, and we can use that cookery as well for the two restaurants that would then be here. I definitely like this. So if I say for them to build it, I'm going to put in the level 1. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. I'm not interested. And I want it to be this way. And so we're going to put in the level 1, and then we can have one of the builders work on this. Now we used to have 2 builders here. Hallie was building in this area, and Elena was building in this area. Elena has gone to being a courier. She likes it. Hallie is just doing some reception druid work. She's not as happy. This would actually give her something to do in this location. But Ryan is actually the closest to this area, and this would be too many things for her to work on. She's working on the where is it over here? She is working on a it's raining, and that's why I'm lagging. She's working on, and look at all the stuff I've done. So that's the other reason I'm lagging. She's working on, oh, way over there. Yeah. Way over where this is, right here. I think in this area she's working on something. So it would be Hallie working on this, because Hallie is right around here. Am I going to have to, what am I going to do? I'm going to have to wait for the rain to be done. The rain's causing me to lag. And the fact that I've done so much crazy. I've teleported, I've done all sorts of crazy here. But I would like them to build this part. I'm going to build the roadway that leads to the tower, but I want them to build this part after they're done. So let me wait for a second. Let's give Java a chance to get itself together. You see the fish stopping every so often? So that's how far behind we are. I'm going to have to get out. I'm not even sure I'm going to be able to put this in. Let's see. This is nothing compared to what was going on before, so I'm not too unhappy about this. Okay, so let's come here. This is level 1, and let us construct it. So this is level 1 constructed, and let's see what it did to the border. Let's see where the border moved to. And there's, you can see the border moving back now. that was enough. But was it enough to bring it? Shoot. All right, let's stand here. Let's come down here and let's escape. Let's save and quit to title. I'm going to have to get out and get back in. Saving the world. It's just that I've done a ton of things. And let's bring up CurseForge. Cursey Forgy. The accursed forge. And let's go to Neoforge and let's see if anything's been added. There's an update. There are a couple updates that I'm not doing, and nothing's been added yet. So we're working on the latest update of the cities, and let's come to here and let's play. We're working on the latest Structurize, the latest Domum Ornamentum, the latest Minecolonies and Style Colonies. For all of those mods are Minecolonies related mods that have to be there, along with the 76 other mods that I have. So yeah, I have a fair amount, or 78 other mods. And now the launcher is loaded, and the launcher is loading the game. So we're waiting for the game to load. When the game gets finished loading, we will get CurseForge to go away and come back into the world. It was raining and I was building, and those things are heavy on Java. And so that's why I think I'm having a little bit of a problem. And so let's bring this up to full screen, single player, but let's get CurseForge to go away. CurseForge, I'm still trying to save some of not have a bunch of things running in the background. Arnaaluk is loading, and we'll have something on the screen in just a moment. And I know I could have some screensaver thing, but I'd rather just do it this way. Ta-da! We are back. Is it still raining? I think it is. So just so that we can see, the border moved back to here. This is the border now, and right here, oops, we can go up there. What did I just see? That was a hole in the ice? Oh, I thought it was, but it wasn't. Let's break through for a minute. Break through the ice right here so that we can go up and see that it's still snowing. So I don't want to do anything while it's snowing, but sure enough, look at this. It's still outside of the build. Now, when this is a level 5, that new guard tower is a level 5, it will actually help bring this whole thing out. But for right now, I'm not doing anything while it's snowing and raining and sleeting. I would like to go inside. I see you standing on the table. There's Gemma. Gemma looking at her cow up on the table. Let's find a way into the colony, into the town, into the city. I do have one here somewhere. There it is, straight ahead. That is a beacon for an airlock, and we're going to use this airlock and go in. And I'm not going to do anything here until, let me let my siren sight go away, until it's not raining anymore. So it's daytime and there's no thunderstorm. So I have to wait until there's my eyesight back, my normal eyesight. So Hallie can come back to work here. So builders, Hallie is in this area, and I don't want to look for her that way. It'll just take too long. So I'm going to go to where she's working as a reception druid.
I won't work during this terrible rain.
Matthew, who's that? That's not Matthew. Who is that? Jonas. Okay, Jonas. That was really fun. You're just saying that you wish you were on the surface and could use that as an excuse. Is that what you're doing? So this is Hallie. Hallie's actually a builder. She's doing this right now. We're going to have her go away from doing this. She just wanted to be near Corinne and her kids. Corinne works here, and they live around the corner here. They actually live in this apartment building here. And this is the Sakura Apartments. They live here, and so when she works here, she's really close to where she lives. So let's come here, and there she is. Why are you? Oh, she's homeless because, of course, she was a druid, so she didn't have a home. And now she's here. And then let's come over to this apartment building and see which apartment belongs to Corinne. Is Corinne here? No, this is Talon and Azrael here. These are families. And this is Corinne. So this is where Hallie is supposed to be. And it's perfect. It's perfect for her. She has a good commute. And she's now back with her partner, her nesting partner, as they call it in Swahili. And here we go. Let's see what I can have her do. So from here, this would be her walk to the build. This is the the Azalea apartment building. This is the Azalea Apartments. This is the reception area for the Azalea Apartments. And then through here is this is the dairy. This is a chicken farm over here, and this is the diner. This is Monroe's Diner right here. It's sunset and everyone's going to go to sleep. I think I'm going to camp out so that I can go, so that nighttime can come. I don't think we're going to get an all colonists are asleep right this minute. This is the new area that we just put in. Before we do the all colonists, before we go to sleep, I want to give all the colonists a chance to go to sleep. Let's take this down right here. This is the new walkway, which I just filled with water. And let's put this here. Let's put this here. This here. And there's one right in that corner. Okay, so water's gone. And then we can open this, and this leads to all the places that we want it to go to. I don't think this is going to work. I've tried to do this before. Oops. Let's put one there and one there. Yeah, see, they don't put in properly. Oh, but that was better. Let's see if I can do it from here. I can't get this one to go in. I'd have to be down here like this and then do it from here, and I think, yes, there we go. All right, so then let's put that in. So that is where that's supposed to be. This is here, and this is Hallie, build options, the builder, upgrade the building. So she's going to start working on this. In the meantime, from this location right here, we can go to this way to put the road in, but what we need is 2 more guard towers. If we need 2 more guard towers, I'm going to look. Danny has a family, but Case doesn't have a family. So he can come and take Elena's builder's shop and work next to Hallie. And why don't we do that? Because I'm going to need 2 builders back here to work. So let's go back out. These things that I'm holding here, let's put these away. And let's come back. So if a person is going to leave the city from here, this is the way they would have to come. And this is fine. Hi, you guys. What is it? Is Is it hot? Is there no air conditioning? So right here are two builders. This is Hallie right here. She's always been here. This is where Elena used to be. And Case is lecturing at the university. So let's manage workers. And there's Case. Fabian is actually the university librarian. He runs the librarian. Bronson and Kelsey and Ledger are kids. Persephone, they're all kids. Tucker, William, and Renata. William's a researcher. I think Tucker's a researcher. What? Yeah, see the intelligence. So they've been graduated for a long time. Persephone, Ledger, Kelsey, and Bronson are ready and willing to do something. But Case is the one with the abilities. So we're going to hire Case here. And now we have to find him someplace to live in the neighborhood. So there are some empty apartments right here. Look at this. Look at these empty apartments. Case isn't living with anybody. This is probably the smallest apartment. And this is the level 3. We could put him here, but he would be a level 3. How do I feel about that? He would have a little bit of a handicap. If we put him in this apartment, let's see here. No one's living here either. Oh, this isn't too bad. This has a king-size bed, and then let's put him here. I'm going to give him the luxury of this. He is one of our good builders. So we'll leave that open and move him over to here. Right here. So this is where Case is going to be living. And since he's living here, let's put a mat here so that we know that somebody lives in that apartment. And we can continue. So now Case is going to build the next guard tower that we're putting in. So we're putting in 2 more guard towers here. We're putting in a guard tower that's at the end of this hall. I'm looking at that apartment building. No, this is the plantation. That's right. That's the sugar farm right there. Let's go to the reception area for the Sika apartments. That's where that purpur is. And this one that she's working on, that Hallie is working on, is the Gatehouse guard tower. This is going to be the Gatehouse. This is the one that leads to the Gatehouse. This one here. We're going to build a walkway that goes that way to the Gatehouse. And then here, we are going to put another guard tower right here. I'm going to cough. Hold on. Thank you. What is this? Oh, yay, we have a whole hour left. Okay, let me do this so I can go in and out for a minute. So let's get a build tool and let's get an underwater base. And there we are, underwater base, guard tower, military, guard tower. Here's guard tower, and we want this guard tower. And let's bring it out. And let's turn it this way. Just a second. Let me look and see what I'm looking at. And there it is right there. Let's come up and let's do a level 5 of this tower so that I can see how it's facing. So there it would be. So they would have a view through these trees and be partly in this iceberg here, which is very odd. Should I take it down? I don't want to. In a way, I'm kind of hiding it, maybe. Let's stand right here for a second. it's sunrise, so Hallie's going to come. So I'm going to have to do this pretty quickly. So let me stand right here. Can I get in here without having a place to stand? I don't think I can. There we go. Now I can get in. Okay, and then let's stand here for a second. Stand here for a minute, and let's raise this up. Let's raise this up to here. Let's move it over and bring it back and join it right there. So this is the guard tower we're putting in that's going to go to here. So they're just going to have a view. We might put something there. We can't get to land easily here, can we? Is this an easier way to get to it? Hold on, hold on, hold on. Just look at this. Look at this. Look at, there's a cave right there. If we put it here, how close are we? Hold on, M. How close are we? Where are we? Ah, yeah. We're still on this side, so we can still use the dam. See, the river is dammed right here. The river used to come through this area, and it doesn't anymore. So we can go on the other side of the dam and across, and we'll be fine. This might actually be better. So see, I'm right here, which means I came from something right here some kind of way. Let's go back and let's look and see where we are. That would be coming straight. Is that a cave? Oh yeah, look at that. So that would be coming straight here without crossing over to this area here. Coming straight back to here in a straight line with a guard tower right here. And then another reception tower right here at this end border in order to get the guard, in order to go back a little bit more into this area and be able. Now I know a level 5 will move all of this, and that's all fine and good. I'm doing more than just putting a level 5 in. I'm actually putting 1, 2, 3 druids in these locations here. 3 druids right here, and a 4th druid in another gatehouse. Not gatehouse, in another guard tower, an Aquatica right here, that then goes to land right here. And I would like to see if I can do it. So if I'm going to do that, shouldn't I bring this gatehouse out? I should. So let's X this. We're not going to have it directly. We're going to have another set. There she goes. There she is right there. Let's put something here to keep this from being, it's supposed to have glass there. She'll fix it in a minute. Let's add a, let's do underwater base and add 2. We should be able to add 2 and then put in another Aquatica reception right here. I think I want to do that. What's wrong with you? Is there too much water? Is that what you're complaining about? Hold on. Let me put some sand here or something. Oh, we can put ice. Let's put ice here too, so that she's not floating. Okay. Is she complaining about food? Because she's probably going to Corinne, which means that Corinne might be out of food. Anyone else complaining? Gemma's not complaining. Oh, I know what she's complaining about. I know exactly what she's complaining about. See, there's no place to go in here. Aha. So we need an airlock in this area also. Yeah. So what do you think? Should I go this way? Land's right here. Or should I go this way because this is just a straight line and land's right back here? This is long. This is long, but is it longer than having a guard tower or having this come here and come out to here and putting a guard tower in and then having reception and then having the gatehouse off of it? I don't know. I honestly don't know. It's a good question. And let me look at the surface for a second. So this is the guard, this is where we are, right here. We could go that way or that way. That is farther away. This would mean having something that comes straight out here and then maybe having the Aquatica. If we had it come straight out into this corner, we could put a guard tower right here where we were talking about putting a guard tower right here. We could have another guard tower here and have them meet. Skeksis. Let's look at something here. So we would be talking about having a guard tower here, right at this apartment building, and then having a reception right here. We could put the guard tower here, and that's 2 guard towers right there. I like that better, I think. So we would have a tall tower right here, a tall tower right here, and then a reception right underneath this that goes right to here. Okay, let's try that. So there's the new place right here, and let's do concrete, white concrete, or we could do ice. Ice is better. Let's do ice. No, let's do white concrete. Actually, gray concrete would be correct. This concrete right here. See this? Let's do this, the light gray. Let's put one here and let's run it all the way over until we have an intersection, and then we'll put stuff in the middle of it. So there's one there. We put a guard tower here, and in view of the fact that there aren't that many in this area, this is not a bad idea. Let's do that. This is a new fishery right here off of the planter that's in this area, as well as the farms that are over there. That's what's going on with that seaweed in the middle of the frozen glacier. If you can see, we actually have magma blocks installed in the walls around this seaweed. This is one of the fisheries, one of the salmon fisheries, and you can see the salmon right outside of it right there. And this building here is the one that needs the guard tower attached. And if I'm not mistaken, this is good for it. So this is the Sika Apartments right here, and it's going to have a guard block right here. So let's come here and let's put this one in. Underwater base, and let's go to military. Let's go to guard towers. Let's go to the guard tower. Let's X. And let's do that again. It wasn't here. Military guard tower. That's X. And there it is. Level 5. So that I can see what I'm doing. And let's move this out. And let's see how we want it to be here. So see on this side, there's more of a hallway. Let's do this hallway. Let's connect this part to the apartment building right here. And then we'll do it the other way. So let's bring this up. Let's bring this over until it's a match. There's a match right there for level 5. And this is how it's going to look when it gets up above the water line. Right here, it's going to look like that. So it's going to be sitting here, right here like this. And then we'll have another one, which is, see that gray line right there? Well, so we'll have another one that's sitting right here in this location. So let us do the level 1 of this, and let us construct the level 1. Let me make sure that everything is okay. That part is correct. Let's come down here and just make sure the floor is in the right place. Oh wait, there's ice. Hold on. Let's get below the ice. Ice. Ice, ice, baby. Okay, let's come to here and make sure the floor, it matches. I can't tell. It looks like it does. Okay, so level 1. This is a level 1, and X, and constructed, and X. So there is level 1 of these. Are you okay, fishies? You are? Okay, good. Let me come through. I'm going to come in for a second. Whoosh. And close this up. Blink. There we are. All right, let's get the floodwaters out. I should have a sponge. I do. And floodwaters are gone. Okay, and then let's come to here. I have a shovel. There's no reason to use my hands. And then I have a pickaxe for the glass. And there is the connection. And so we can have Case come here and begin to work on this. So manage workers, build options. The builder is going to be Case. Upgrade the building. So he's going to work on this one. And this is the Sika Apartments, level 5 of the Sika Apartments here. And this is the Sika Apartment Reception, which isn't finished yet. And then this is the other guard tower here, which is now almost, let me put a light in my hand. Look at this. It's looking like a level 2. It looked like a level 2, and it is getting to be a level 2 right here. And that's what it looks like so far. And right here is where we have that gray piece. We need an airlock in this area. I don't know whether to put one here in this, like off of this right here, or to put it off of the end of this this guard tower that we want to put somewhere. So let's go out here. Let's take a piece of this ice right here and break through. And let's put it back. And so we're talking about now putting a guard tower here. The guard tower is there. The guard tower, I would like the guard tower to still be here, particularly so that I can put services between this guard tower and between this reception and the reception that's going to be right here. We can put services in to these areas right here. And so let's do that. Let's do that. Right, so let's put the guard tower here. So how many druids is that in this area? That's going to be the 2 red towers and 2 receptions, 3 receptions, so there's 5. That's an army. That's at least a, what do you call it? What do you call that in the military? I don't know what Marines call it. I should know what Marines call it. My daddy's a Marine, or was a Marine, and or is a Marine in heaven. He's a Marine beyond. He's a Marine beyond. He's buried in Arlington National Cemetery, and where he deserves to be with my mother. My mother and my father are both buried there in Arlington National Cemetery in Washington, D.C. And let me see here. Yeah, okay. Let's do the guard tower like we said. Over this way we can put more amenities. We can put amenities here, and then we can have the guard tower be here. Let's build a guard tower here. So these two builders who are building here have lots to do. Let's do the guard tower, guard tower. Now I know that I can't put druids in these buildings. Thank you very much. I understand what that means. Level 5, guard tower, level 5. But when they're level 5, then we will change out the tower, a hut block for a barracks hut block, and that will help. Now this one, yeah, I think I'm going to do the long one here too, and have the short one be to an airlock. So let's do it this way. This is the longer version of this right here. Let's drop down. So see this part right here? Stand here and let's put these two together. So let's come up, over, and 1, 2, 3. And now they're connected to each other. This is what the level 5 is going to look like when it is done here. And it's going to stick out right there. Why is this good? It's partially hidden, but they can see the land in a way, and they can see, and I think I like it like that. I think I like it that it's kind of hidden, but they can still see the land. So if there was a huge army amassing, they would be able to see it. They can't hide behind here because we're going to have another guard tower right here. The other guard tower is right here. Right here, and they'll be able to cover each other. And that's the way I want it. See that guard tower there? This one here, and one here. Excellent. So let's go back to a level 1. And let's come here and let's do constructed, and let's X. Why do I construct the level 1? Because I don't feel like being bothered with them dying trying to build a level 1. So there we have it. So these are 2 guard towers here. So of course, this moved back even more right here. But this part is not moved back. This is one of those stubborn corners that Minecolonies Borders has. And this one will move it. This one here will move it. But for now, we're going to take a pickaxe. Take a pickaxe right here. And I think we're going to use the, where is it? What do I have on me? Let's look and see here. I have some things on me I'm going to put away. I don't need these. These are in the water. I probably did need that other thing. That gray that the gray concrete. C-O-N-C-R-E. Light gray concrete. Let me take one of these for the floor. And we'll just leave it right here for right now. I need from my backpack this. I need a steel hammer and a steel excavator. These were gifts from Vincentius Primus. It was like Pontius Pilate was there. It's like in my dictionary, my mind wasn't going beyond Pontius Pilate. Vincentius Primus, a gift from him, these gorgeous tools. And we'll use this one to take away this part, and this one to take away this. So I just want to go through here and be able to see that sand coming down there. And is this tall enough right here? It is. Okay, let's get this to take this way right here, and take this way. And let's land here. That's good. This is good right here. So let's take the Tyrian and come through. And take that away. That way. Take this through here. And through here. And through here. Let's see what I've got here. Okay. So I'm coming through. How far in is this? See, I'm coming through this little area here. And off of here, we're just going to have a corner here. And we could have, there's another section over here that we could build onto the city. Right here. Right now, I think we're only going to have a corner. Go here to go to the reception area that we're putting in, that we're joining this gray right here up over to something on that side. Come on, come on, come on. This is actually the road. This is where it's going to be sitting. That walkway is sitting right here. And comes all the way through here. And let's get the this to get rid of this stuff. Right through and right through and right through. Ooh, look what we found. Ooh. We found something. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ooh. Oh, I'm on this. I'm out of the water. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 8 copper. Come down to copper. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And we'll give that to them. And let's continue here. Let's take these pieces out. I'm actually just trying to make a walkway through so I can see about getting this. Yay, Holly. Do it. She is fast. And so this is a good thing. Let's come through here. Let's take this part here. Oh, wrong one. Let's take this and take this away. In this area, take all of this away. And I still don't see it yet, so we still need to go in this direction right here. And we've got all sorts of sand. And we're coming out right here on the other side. Excellent. And so this gray can come here for a second. So I can see this. I want these two roads to meet up here, and that's what's happening. And this is the way I want to do it. It's the only way to be sure. And so I think I'm right. I think this is as far as I'm going to come. Right here. And then let me see from this side. Let's put a square. Let's put a cross here and suggest that possibly something else will be here as well. I would like the reception guard for the gatehouse to be right here. And then for the gatehouse to come in the land right here. So let me come up here somewhere. So see, the gatehouse is actually going to be in the land here. And that works for me. So we're going to continue. There's our little piece coming out. And judging from where I am, I think it needs to go all the way over here. Right along this, all the way to here so that I can see it and we can make a cross. So right here, let's add underwater base, infrastructure, corridors, glass. Let's add a cross. Level 3. Let's look. This should be a full cross, and it is. So we're going to put a cross here. I still don't know. This seems like the best place to put, maybe, to put the airlock, but I haven't decided. I still am not sure about where I would like the airlock to be. We're right here. This is perfectly matched over that dirt 3 right there, and we can see it coming right perfectly over that, but it looks like it's overlapping, but it is not. It's not overlapping, so let's move it right back to where it was. And there's a full quad. So, level 3, these are the things that the mermaids build, constructed, and X. And this is why mermaids build them, because they're in the water. So yeah. So then we can take this and bring this out like this. Let's see how far out we can bring this and see if we can see piece coming out. Where's that other piece? Oh wait, I'm going the wrong way. Wait, I'm going from the wrong one. Hold on. Let's take this one away. Ooh, so this might be a good place for an airlock. We'll have to see. We might want to put a place for a scrub to land, to bring supplies. We might want to put something like a courier position right there. So this is the way we're supposed to be going, towards the beach. And we have come up to ice again. Now this ice does not, I think, the steel does not, but let me see. Oh, it does. I wasn't sure it was going to work, but it actually does work on this. So we're going to cut through this iceberg here And there it is. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. And this is what we want to see right here. These should be at the same height. And that's what we're going to check right now. And see if they are. Just come here. There we go. Yahoo! Excellent. And there is the center. So we don't need any of this now. And there we are. So from here and here, which is this right here, the guard tower there. This is another reception area right on this dot right here. So let's get a builder. And now we need Aquatica. And Aquatica's right here. And let's go to military, let's go to guard tower, and we need this guard tower, if I'm not mistaken. Yep, this is the correct one. And let's bring it down. So we should see that coming to the door. And then we need one of these doors to be on this line right here that's coming through like this. We need one door to be here, and there it is, and the other door to be on this line right here. So this isn't far enough over, so we need this to be here, and this is now right in the center of these two walkway pieces right here. And I want the reception to be facing this way because, oh, let me go to the surface and look. Because where is the gatehouse going to be from here? Let's come up and look. So right here, dun, 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 dun. Oh my gosh, we could almost use the urban birch gatehouse here. But a portion of it is going to be underwater. And so I think we're just going to have to go for the gatehouse that we want to put here. And that is the Shire gatehouse we're going to use there. Okay, so this is a guard tower. That's correct. The level 5 looks like this. So the level 1 looks like this. This is in the right place and the right location and is at the end of these halls. We'll put the halls in just a minute as soon as we make sure where this was going to go. This needs to go first. And then we can put the other part in. And this is it, people. Ready? So let's click here. Assign a builder. No, let's go back. I can do constructed because this is level 1. Constructed. X. So there's the level 1 here. And as this pushes the border back, dun, 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 we now have the border back to cover this piece right here. And this is excellent. We actually need the guard towers. So I'm not, I know that some builders, some designers of cities put the guard towers, hide the guard towers, because so they just use them to expand the land. But we actually want these guard towers to be here. So we're going to have a druid right here. We have a druid, and remember the thing that you can't have druids in guard towers. We are doing it with a special. What I'm doing is when these are level 5s, trading out the guard tower block for a barracks guard tower block. And that barracks, not the main one, but a tower a barracks tower block that has five people, and that's because Minecolonies addressed the fact that druids were suffering. The reason why we have this sanctuary in the first place is that druids were being killed much more than other members of the military, and so they made it so that a druid cannot be assigned to a guard tower by themselves. Now, this is a sanctuary for druids, so even though the druids are assigned to a guard tower by themselves, they are not in any offense capacity. So in other words, they're not going to start a war. They're defensive, and the type of defenses that they are using are to slow down the enemies so they can be captured and removed, and that's what they do. Okay, so now we need to put in the these right here, which we're using underwater base level 3s for those, and yes, I'm putting those in. On this one right here, I want to put glass on the outside so they can see outside this. GLASS, and let's just do normal leaded glass of Chroma Hills. Chroma Hills glass is leaded. What do I want here? This is dark brown right here. For now, I'm just going to put a brick underneath it. Brick underneath right here, and then put the glass on top. This is outside of the build, so they're not going to tear it. They're not going to make it go away while they're building. We'll do that on the other side as well. Right here, I need this right here. Let's go ahead and just glass this in. We can glass in this part on this one, glass this in on this side, and then we don't have to worry about that because we're about to extend all the way over to here and add a special new walkway between this piece and this piece, this piece and this piece. Let's begin. So walkway is underwater base level 3. Let's switch to underwater base. No. ER, there it is. And let's go to infrastructure, corridors, glass, segment, level 3. Let's have them be on the outside, away from the city. Have the hut block, the decoration block, be this way. And let's raise it up. Raise it up so that the walkways match, and they do. So see, it's right on this line, and we're just going to do a whole bunch of these until we reach the other side. So we have one here, and it's constructed. Let's go to the other side and do one here. I like having one full one at the entrances, and then somewhere in the middle, if it's oddly numbered, then we'll just connect them. Infrastructure, corridors, glass, segment level 3, and let's turn it so that the hut block is on the non-city side. Let's raise it up. Too much. I'll stand here on this. Remember, this gray is actually here. And then let's bring it out one more. I think it's, nope, it's not inside that. And what am I looking at here? Okay, everything is good. I don't want to be in it when I build it. I'm always afraid of doing that. And construct it. And so we have this piece and this piece. Let's go to this side and put these two in. And then we'll know what we're doing. Bonk, bonk. So right here, once again, infrastructure, corridors, glass, segment, let's X. It's not here. So let's touch down again, infrastructure, corridors, glass, segment, level 3. And let's turn it, let's see if we want to turn it, I don't know now. Let me look at this for a minute. Which way do we want to turn it? Do we want to turn them in? We could turn them in. No, let's turn them out. Let's turn the hut blocks out for now. Because I don't know that I'm going to put anything beyond for a while. So we'll see what happens. How far up is this? This is a perfect match. Dun, 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 dun. There we are. All right, so let me bring this over. There it is. There's the end of that hut and the beginning of this one. I don't want a space. And level 3 constructed. And so then over here, now this one's going to be a little difficult. This one's actually inside the glacier. So we could do glass inside the glacier, or we can do an enclosure inside the glacier. I think I'm still going to want to do glass. I think I still like glass, even though we're inside this glacier piece here. Underwater, let's X. Oops, hold on, X. Let's come up here. Let's go here. And let's come to infrastructure, corridors, glass, segment, level 3. We're having it face out. So now I need to raise this up. And there's the matching floor right there. And let me come to this side and see if I can see it. I can't. Wow. All right, so the glacier's there, so I have to come all the way here and bring the building up to there. So that's where it's supposed to be. And we can see the road matches. And let's construct. And there we have it. Let's X out. So now we have, and this happens, that it doesn't take away ice inside these. So we do sometimes have to, look what we found. Whoa, magma blocks inside of the ice. Okay, that's pretty freaky. Don't you think that's freaky? I do. Let's put this here. I need this. Let's put this here. Let's take these and put them away so that I don't make any mistakes. And let's bring down a sponge for a second. And let's get rid of this. There's one right there. I just want to get rid of that one. And here we can get rid of the ones in here, but I'm not going to take away yet. You hear somebody building? Here's somebody building there. Oh, look at that. Look, it's Case is working on this. Woohoo! And it is built. Excellent, Case. That is the level 2 that should be. I think that's the level 2, but we can go in and check. Let's get the water out for a second. Why don't we put a water block here to keep the water from coming through? And let's go here, and we have dun 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 dun. I know I should have used a shovel. Dun 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 dun. Yay! So my siren sight just went away. Okay, so there's my normal site, and this is a guard tower right here that turns the corner here and goes to the gatehouse. This is why we have to have an extra gatehouse piece, an extra reception right here. because it goes that guard tower, and that goes right into one of the apartment buildings. Okay, how fast can we do it? This is a good question. How much time do we have? We have 10 minutes. Why don't we just go ahead and complete this? We have 10 minutes. Let's see if we can complete it in 10. Nice and quick and easy. You're back. Welcome back, Mr. Villager. Welcome back. So tell me about it. Tell me about it. What was it like? What did they do? Yes. So everybody, Mr. Villager is going to do spoilers. So if you don't want to hear about the Minecraft live before you see it, you should leave now. And go see the Minecraft live, and then you can come back. Remember the Nautilus shell? Yes, I know the Nautilus shell. Yeah, corridor, glass, segment, level 3. I remember. I know what you're talking about. And let's do it. Oh yeah, okay. And let's come here. Let's look where. How do we have the hut block? The hut block is. Let's bring this up so that matches right there. Where's the hut block? It's on the wrong side. Let's turn it around. Okay. Now it's now a mob. It nibbles, and we can put armor on it. The Nautilus shell that used to be like a horn or something, that was supposed to be like you could use it as a horn or use it as. Ooh. Oh, that is curious. Vincentius. He's not there. He's not there. Oh my gosh, the Nautilus shell is going to become a mob. It's going to become a passive mob. It nibbles, and you can put armor on it. That is freaky. That's pretty wild. Say what, Vince? He didn't say anything. That was someone coughing upstairs. Okay, let me come here. And let's do this very quickly. Construct it. And X. And it's possible to breed them. It has just an item you were thinking about. The goat horn. Oh, it was just an item. Okay, I get it. Yes, I was combining the Nautilus and the goat horn. You're absolutely right. And let's come here. Let's do corridors, glass, glass segment level 3. And let's turn this way. I think we have them. Nope, we have them turned inside. Have them turned this way. Let's raise this up until these match. Push this back to here. And that's the next segment. And I don't think there's a hole between it. There is not. And put it here. It's possible to breed Nautilus shells now. Fascinating. Fascinating. To have it as some little pet. That's pretty wild. That's definitely wild. Let's come here. Let's do this. This is constructed. And let's X. Luckily, the salmon is on the outside there. They like to do that. They like to get themselves in a pickle. They do. And we have, so now we're about to get to this part that goes underground. And I think I am going to make this part actually be covered. And when you write it, you get a breathing longer effect. It has a cooldown like the horse, but instead of it jumping, It gives a little whoosh to the front. And so when you trade it, what do you give it to make it a pet? And of course it needs a saddle. What do you use to make it a pet? What kind of food do you use to make it like you and be a pet? Let's see, I'm waiting for Mr. Villager to answer that. While I'm waiting, let's look at this and let's come to infrastructure corridors. Let's do a concrete corridor segment, level 3, through this rock, because it's not going to be pretty to look at. Let's bring it up in the air and let's see which way the hut block is, and the hut blocks are the other way. So let's turn it this way, and let me see. Surprisingly, a pufferfish, both to domesticate and breed. So the nautilus shell eats pufferfish. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, that's intriguing. That's an intriguing thing. I love it. And here we are. This is a level 3 of this. And let's come to here and let's construct it. And X. And now we have another section where the water is farther away. So we'll bring this back. See how much is that part. And look, all of this is not water anymore. And then see, we can have airlocks here. Not airlocks, light. Not airlocks. That word is gone from my dictionary. Light. What is that word? I'll think of it in a minute. A window in the roof is the word that's missing. A window in the roof. Let's come here. Let's touch this. Let's go to infrastructure corridors, concrete segment 3, and turn this way and raise it up so the lands match. And now we've got that piece there and this piece here. So there's 2 pieces right here. And I like it. That looks like if we move this one, yes, there's nothing there. So this is good. Level 3 and constructed. Surprisingly, yes, good. And then, that's X. Uh-oh, X. There we are. And so now the water is to here. Let's look here and see how much glass. Do I need another outside one right here? I think I do need one more outside one here. And look at that, and there'll hardly be anything to the inside one right there. Let's do an inside one right here and just have it have a skylight right there. I think I want to do that. So that Minecraft has added a spear, which is not like a trident, and it's a useful weapon using while on a horse, perfect for jousting. For jousting, moderate damage, and that word is joust. Let me come here and let's change that. J-O-U-S-T, joust. Joust fight for jousting on horses. Excellent, excellent. And let's come through here and let's see, can I do it? Let's do it from this side. Moderate damage. Excellent. Well, that's interesting. That is most interesting. Let's come to infrastructure field, glass, concrete segment, level 3, and let's turn this way. Let's move here, and let's move up, and let's see. Look at that little piece right there. So when we've got a section like this, we can do one of two things, and I think we're going to do this. We're just going to go ahead and add it ourselves, or we could use a separate, because this is only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 long, and this is 3. So we can either put it in ourselves, or we can add it, or we can use another section and just use a portion of it and overlap. I think I'd like to put it in myself. And so let's come here. That one's in the right place. It's facing the right way. It's at the right point. Constructed and X. So there is the piece that's missing, this piece right here. Because we have these windows in here like this, I think that what we're just going to go ahead and do here is there enough room for, let me use, first of all, let me use the pickaxe and let me use the sand shovel. And I don't need this. We can put this up here. I do need glass. I need concrete. Just for a minute. And let's come here and let's remove that. And let's take this and let's remove these. Oops, I took away one of those pieces. Hold on. And right here. Stop. There we go. And then let's take this and take away this part right here. All right. On both sides, that part is missing. Do I have something there? Yeah. And here, let's take the pickaxe and take away this part all the way up to here. And take sand away. Right here. We've got this. Okay. And let me see what else he says. So Mr. Villager is adding some more information about the Nautilus. Also have the zombie Nautilus, greener and drowned. Ooh, quite dangerous when they are armed with tridents. Ooh, so they can throw a trident. One of these new Nautilus creatures can throw a trident. Holy good night. Well, that's pretty scary, isn't it? I think so. Let's take this away from here because this is the continuation of this from right here and right across here. And even though we've got this piece here, we might take this away. Now, we need this. Take this piece away. We need to bring pieces there. But for now, yeah. I want to put in the ground part first. Wow. So there's a new dangerous mob as well as a new passive mob. Interesting. Very interesting. And we're just extending this hallway 3. And what's actually perfect here is that where this is, I'm going to take this away, this gravel. This is just gravel and a couple of boulders. So why don't we just take them away from the windows? And that comes like that. We can actually put in 3 windows right here. So we can do 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3 right here. So right here is this block here on that side, and then underneath here and above, and here and above, and here. I'm sorry. Yeah, it does go all the way across. Okay, good. So these do go all the way across at the top. So you see that there is these right here. So we can put that on that side and then have the white come there, and this is closed in. Although that's not correct. Why is that not correct? What am I missing here? Let's see. And Mr. Villager is saying, I mean, it's basically a deadly combo. A drowned holding a trident and riding a nautilus. It gives you the goosebumps. Oh, yes, a drowned holding a trident, riding a nautilus. That would be quite something, wouldn't it? I see what you're saying, and yes, you're absolutely right. That would be quite a thing. So are these thick? Yes, they are. Okay. So this comes here. And then this comes here. And this comes here. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. And let's get the sand. And I do believe that this corridor is now free of water. If we come back here and put in a sponge here. Yay, look at this. Yay, team. All right, let's fix this. Otherwise it's going to leak. We need one here. And we need one here. Now, in the middle of this is one of these. So 1, 2, 3, right there. And dun 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 dun, dun 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 dun, dun 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 dun. Excellent. So now we can open this one here. And we can't open this one. See that one where we can see over there? So this is the one that we need to work on. But this one goes all the way back to here. And this one is being worked on. So we can come in here. This is level 2. Oops. Oops. I didn't put anything on the outside of this one here. So let's get a piece of glass I have. Let's get the cobble, just for now to show that we added this right here. And let's put glass. Salmon, you better come out. There we go. You better come out. You're gonna die in there. And dun 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 dun. I suppose I should have been on the inside when I did that, shouldn't I have? Okay. So let's come here, break this part, go in, and then let's come here and put that back in. I put another piece of glass some weird place. All right. There's someone standing right here. Why? Ah, Solomon. So see, he teleported here. This is the thing that you have to be careful about, because they sure will. He teleported. There's, what did he do? Dig through? I don't think so. So he teleported to this. And that's the thing that is a little scary sometimes when they do stuff like that. Let's come here and remove the glass, remove the dirt that we put here, because this is closed right here. And that goes out. to there, but that is going to be glass permanently at that end of the hall unless we have an airlock. And then here, this is going to lead to other infrastructure. And here, shall we remove this? Sure, why not? We don't need these. Uh-oh, I hit a glass and broke it. Right there. Okay. Let's come here. Let's try and be more careful. And what time is it? 3 hours and 10 minutes. Whoa. And what's happening here? That's kind of all. It's all that you remember. Well, actually, that's all they said on the stream. But you have a big, large update, the Copper Age coming. I haven't heard about that. The Copper Age. Ooh. I guess that means that they're going to make it that things can be done with copper, because right now, what's copper for? And that'll be curious when they do that. I'll make it so that copper can be used for more than it's used right now. And that would definitely be interesting. So still saying to people that those are I gave a spoiler alert so that everyone would know. If I am lagging, I might have to go back out for a second and come back in. But this is because I've done a lot of stuff here, I put in a lot of new building, and if you look on the map, you'll see how big this place is. And I'm at the border, this far border. We've expanded the border over here to include this strip of land right here in anticipation of a gatehouse. We're going to use the new gatehouse piece to go there. In general, yes, more oxidized stuff. New copper chains and bars and lanterns. Yeah, that'll be excellent. Some mod already has copper chain. I would have to look and see. I can look right now. Let me look for a second. Let's look here. Let's come back to here and let's do this. Oh, it won't let me do it while I'm in the map. Of course not. Let's look for chain for a second. CHAIN. And it is Macaw's Lights and Lamps. Already has copper chain. And so it will now be vanilla copper chain. And a new copper golem. Wow. Oh, I like the idea of that. I love the idea of a copper golem. Oh, cool. And the lantern, the copper lantern shines green. So you have a soul lantern that shines blue, a copper lantern that shines green. I like that. And then the regular lantern, which is yellow. Very, very interesting. What are you doing here? The hair and my hair and the cord for the headphone. Okay. And I'm lagging again. And you have to realize how big the city is, and that I just put in a huge number of new area right here, expanded the border. And that was from a vote, but for some reason, Mojang brought it back. And it's kind of a living item separator, and also we now have copper chests. Whoa, copper chests? That's really cool. Okay, let me look at something here. If I can come back from this, easily. See, it says saving world in the lower corner there. It's not going away. That means I've done a whole bunch of stuff and it's lost its mind. It's really my fault. It's not water. It almost looks like water back there. So it's not letting me do anything. Which is pretty close to being bombed. And yep, we are definitely bombed. So this is what I will say. Mr. Villager, thank you so much for telling us about those things from the Minecraft Live stream that I think was on YouTube. And people can go out and see it for themselves. And both the golem and the chest are connected. You use the copper chest as a post box, and then the golem will seek for a chest with its respective item in a region nearby. Whoa, that's interesting. So you're actually having a golem do something for you. Hold on, let me see if I can put myself here. It might not let me do anything. Oh, it did. Yay! So I'm just going to stay still here for a minute. I'm lagging, so I have to wait until for a while. But I'm reading what Mr. Villager is saying that Minecraft added. Minecraft Vanilla added, and that's a fascinating thing. That the golem will now get things for you in relationship to a copper chest being used as a post box. That's the moment where item sorters era will end and will be replaced by little I hope not. Golems aren't little. I hope not. I hope that's not how it will be. I hope it will be that people work together, where you can summon it. It already comes with a chest, so yeah. Well, golems were always sort of like a android, well, a robot of Minecraft. Golems were. Because the villagers use them. So in that respect, they are. Yep, I'm totally. Too late. The people already locking them in their basements. Yeah, I bet so. Well, I mean, they kill golems just to get iron, so it's that same thing. It's that kind of view of lessers. And so in that respect, that's a different philosophy than the philosophy that we have here. But that's what Minecraft is all about, having your own philosophy about how you think the world should be and building the world that you want to exist. And so here we go. I'm going to have to go, Mr. Villager. Otherwise, I have to get out and get back in. And I've been on for 3 hours and 18 minutes. So I'm over my 3-hour mark for today. And so thank you, everyone. Thank you so much for coming. And yes, the problem's actually solved. I have, now it's Java's problem and Mojang's problem. I have enough memory and enough resources, enough whatever the other thing is, power, machine power. I'm not a developer, I'm not a coder. That tells you, so I should have enough to deal with what's going on, and I'm still kind of having a little bit of a thing. I think, there I'm moving. So I think the thing that means is that Java, I haven't updated Java yet, and I might need to update Java to get it to deal. I know, Mr. Villager, but you were someplace else. And I have to go. But because of a change in the schedule, normally I'm not here on Saturday and Sunday. I will be back tomorrow for a little bit, and I will see you then. Monday and Tuesday, I might not stream. Too fast, 3 hours. Yes, so Mr. Villager, obrigado. Thank you for being here. I know. But you can go back and look at it. Look at the part that you missed while you were at the Minecraft live. And then later this evening, I think I'll go into Twitch. And so we'll continue doing a little stuff in Twitch. And I will see you all tomorrow. Perfect timing. The air conditioner is coming on. Enjoy your games, everyone. Enjoy watching all the other gamers. We've been listening to Drone Hands music, and now we're going to listen to Vincentius Primus. Bye for now, everybody. Bye, Mr. Villager. And here we go. And thanks. Oh man, I'm going to have to go and look for a second. Hold on for a second. Look at that craziness on my screen there. Let me click here for a minute and get myself out. I'm actually bombing, and that's why it's, there we go. Okay, I can go back and look. And Forever Space, thank you for being here too, Forever Space. Thank you for being in chat. Bye everybody. Bye for now.